from 80 or 90% of the population. The most important word that I have found in success is clarity. Clarity, clarity. Successful people are very clear about what they want. And here's an interesting discovery. The greater clarity you have, the faster you draw into your life the resources necessary to achieve it. So, in determining what you want, there's an activity that I teach to the senior executives of billion-dollar corporations, and it's called idealization. Number one, start off by idealizing your perfect life. You imagine that there are no limitations on what you can do or be or have. Imagine that you have all the time and all the money. You have all the friends and all the contacts, all of the education and all of the experience that you need to accomplish any goal that you could set for yourself. If your life was perfect in every area, what would it look like? Now, here's the point before we go into the four areas. The fear of not achieving your goal, what we call self-limiting beliefs, hold you back more than anything else. And your self-limiting beliefs are not based on reality. That's why you have to constantly think, if I had no limitations, what goals would I set for myself? So let's start with the four big areas. The first area has to do with your income and your business and your career. If your income, business, career was perfect 5 years from now, how much would you be earning? What kind of work would you be doing? Who would you be working with? What position would you have in your business? We call this the creation of a 5-year fantasy. Just fantasize like a child prior to Christmas. Just imagine that you could create your world perfectly, and what would it look like? And then here's the key question. What would you have to do? What would have to happen? What would be the first step that you would have to take today to begin creating your perfect business and career future? If your goal is to double and triple your income, what is the first step that you would have to take right now? And here's a great discovery. Everybody knows the first step. The first step is clear. Confucius said, a journey of 1,000 leagues begins with a single step. The fact is, the hardest part of success is taking the first step in the direction that you want to go. Remember that. That's what holds most people back. Now, the second area has to do with your family and your relationships. If you could project forward 5 years and your life was perfect, what kind of relationships would you have? What kind of lifestyle would you have? Where would you live? What would you want to do on vacations? What would you want to create for yourself and your family? And remember, clarity is important. Then come back to the present and think into the future and say, what would have to happen starting today for me to create that perfect future? And what would be the first step? The third area has to do with your health. If your health was perfect in every way, sometime in the future, how would it be different from today? How much would you weigh? How much would you exercise? How much energy would you have? How much time would you take off to rest? If your personal life and health and energy was perfect in every way, how would it be different from today? And what would have to happen to make that come true? And what would be your first step? Now, the last area has to do with your net worth, what we call financial freedom. How much do you want to be able to save and accumulate in the course of your working lifetime? Remember this, your likelihood of achieving your lifelong financial goals increased by 10 times by the very act of writing the number down on a piece of paper. This is so important.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, family. If y'all can hear me right now, let's drop some coffee in the chat box. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto episode number 170. And as we're on this journey to 200 episodes this year and smashing through that goal, I just ask that you all share this link out to a friend, a family member. Just let them know that we're here. Also, if you are a part of our crypto nerd community, make sure you go over to the Telegram group, right? And drop this link if you're inside of the Discord group within Coffee and Crypto. If you've made that investment for yourself, also go drop this link. And remember that you can find links for this call and other calls inside of these groups. And make sure that you all are on time because, moving into this bullish season, there's so much stuff to talk about, and you want to make sure that, you know, these little personal development sessions are going to get shorter as the year progresses. So please let someone know, tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you're live on Instagram right now, smash that little paper plane button, invite a friend or family member or somebody that you love or respect to this call. And if you're on YouTube, what up? Let's get this money.
The next stage, number 2, is to write it down. Remember, we talked about clarity. Francis Bacon once says that writing maketh an exact man. Is when you write your goals down clearly, they take on a power of their own in your mind. You pull them out of the air where they have no substance at all, and you write them down on paper, and now you have something you can touch. Your goals must be in writing. Many people say, oh, I know exactly what I want. And I've met and worked with these people over the years, and you know something? They're almost all failures. They say, oh, I know what I want. I don't have to write it down. Yes, you do, because until you start writing, we find that there's an incredible connection between the head and the hand. And when you start to write goals, you'll be absolutely astonished what comes out on the paper. And when you write a goal down, you engage in what is called a psychoneuromotor activity. You activate your visual powers, your audio powers, and your kinesthetic powers. And whatever you write down, you actually program straight into your subconscious mind, where it starts to work 24 hours a day. Great stuff, let me tell you. Now, your goals must be clear, specific, detailed, and measurable. You must write out your goals as if you were placing an order for your goal to be manufactured in a factory at a great distance. And what they would do is they would create your goal, your order, and send it to you exactly as you wrote it down. A goal is something that is written down and specific and clear. And your most important goal must be measurable, so you know exactly where you are relative to the goal. Now, number 3, set a deadline. Now, your subconscious mind uses deadlines as forcing systems. They drive you consciously and unconsciously toward achieving your goal on schedule.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, family? Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. This is episode number 170. I want to appreciate everybody on every single platform that's catching this video live right now. And for everybody that'll catch the video in the recording, I also want to say thank you to each and every single one of you all as well. This is a beautiful day, and I'm extremely excited because crypto is down, okay? And that gets me excited. The average person does not get them excited, right? I believe that most people are getting out. They're exiting their positioning. They're exiting their positions right now. And I'm looking for ways to increase my positions. Maybe I'm crazy or lunacritical. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So if you don't stand for crypto, if you don't stand on your business, if you ain't standing on business in 2024, that means standing on whatever you believe in. You may just fall for anything. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now that's standing on business. If you're standing on business, just drop standing on business in the chat box. If you're standing on business, I want y'all to drop standing on business in the chat box, because I'm standing on business this year. I don't give a dang on crap what happens. Look, XRP could go to a penny for all I care, right? It does not matter. So many people focused on price. Me, I'm not focused on price. And maybe that's what makes me, like, I don't get nervous. Like I went to some group chats today. I looked at some people's group chats today. I'm in a couple of crypto group chats, and I mean a couple, like not the crypto nerds. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a lot of other ones, right? Within Discord and within Telegram. And one of the biggest things right now is OMG, XRP dropped below 50 cents. I said, Lord, I hope it dropped below 30. That's what I hope. I hope it drops below 30, because I see the value in stacking up on it when it's lower. It takes time for all of us. Some people caught the drift a little sooner. Some of us didn't. But I want to tell you right now, no matter where these prices are today, we can go back in the history of every single asset class, whether that's gold, whether that is real estate. Okay, let me ask you a question. Is there anybody on the line right now that is old enough to remember when houses in your houses in your community cost around $5,000. Does anybody remember when you could buy a house for about $10,000 to $15,000 back in the day? Is anybody old enough on the call to just remember that, right? Is there anybody on the call that remember $15,000, $20,000 homes? And I'm not talking about in a country town like Tuskegee, Alabama, or you know, someplace like that. I'm talking about in the city of Atlanta, in Metro Atlanta. There were homes that were 20,000. Y'all remember that? Ain't nobody old enough for that? Well, let me tell you that it was. Okay, since y'all ain't old enough, let me tell you that it was. There were homes that were $20,000. You can't even pay. You can't get anything that's a home for $20,000. You can't even go get a mobile home for $20,000 these days. Inflation is up. Look at that. My first home, Celeste said my first home was $23,000. So y'all know I'm not lying. So $23,000 on a home back in, let's say the 80s, right? Let's say the 80s. Let's say you bought your home in the 80s for $20,000. If you held that home in the Metro Atlanta right now, your home would be worth no less. And that was, she said that was 1977, right? So I'm a little bit too later on. This was sooner. So in the 70s, you got a house for 20,000. So let's see, 87, 97, 2007, 2017. So about 45, 46 years, you owned a home. You bought it for $23,000, and 40 years later, this home is now worth, let's say, I don't know how much it's worth now, but let's say a home today is worth $250,000 not renovated. This is before ARV. This is before the after repair value of other homes in the area. I'm going somewhere with this right now, y'all. Understand that time rules all. Time heals all, and time in the right asset is better than timing the right asset. I don't know if y'all feel my drift this morning. Time in the right asset is sometimes, maybe all the time, better than trying to do timing, to time the market, right? So you want to spend time in. You don't want to focus on time. Time is things I must experience. And if you're not in it, you can't spend time anyway. So you got to be in the bag. You got to be in the game. You got to be in it. This is where we're at moving forward, guys. I am dedicated. 2024, we are literally becoming digital entrepreneurs. I'm already one, but everybody on this call should be a digital entrepreneur. You should be making multiple streams of digital income bags. You should be getting your digital generational wealth portfolio together. You should have MSI. You should be willing to catch that disease. Does anybody want MSI? Can I inject a little MSI? See, y'all allowed the government, you know what? We're not going to say that because they might try to kick me on YouTube, but y'all allowed the government to inject you with something. So why don't you allow me to inject you with something? MSI is multiple streams of income. Amen. Why don't you let me inject you with something? Since you want to let the government inject you, let VO inject you with a little MSI. So if somebody wants MSI, multiple streams of income this year, just drop MSI in the chat box. Because look, I don't need you to get infected with me for me to catch this infection. I don't need, this one right here is not sexually transmitted. This one right here ain't transmitted in the air. This one right here is transmitted by energy. This one right here is transmitted by energy. And the higher your energy, the higher your MSI. The higher your energy, the more MSI you get. And if I've made you money since you started in this journey with me, because most of y'all started before, like in this down run. If you've made money with me, drop some coffee all over the internet right now. If you've seen your portfolio increase, I know it's down right now, but if you made a little money with me, if you've made some passive income with me, if you've been in DeFi with me, you've been staking, you've been doing stuff with me, man, drop some coffee right now. We got a show. Today is one of those. So the very first way that we got to start off this show is very, very simple, y'all. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. This is the 170th episode. And let me tell y'all, man, I am extremely grateful to have such a great community. I'm so grateful to be able to wake up every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I got a new show. I got a new show in my mind. I got a new show on my heart. Now, this next show is not, this is not something, I may not even do this show. This might just be an idea and I find some other influencers that can hold this one down. This might be the beginning. I don't know. Or maybe y'all just hold it down. I don't know, man. Like I'm in the season of flow state. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in the season of flow state, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna share my screen right now. And because we got a video to watch. So this first video is about 8 minutes long. I need y'all to sit back, go grab your coffee, grab your Nutri-Grain bar, okay? So your stomach ain't over there growling, so you can hear, okay? I know how some of y'all are be hungry over there trying to catch the show, stomach just growling at you, okay? Go ahead and get yourself a Nutri-Grain bar. It's okay, okay? We about to get this show on the road. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you're just now tuning in, please share this out. Let's increase the numbers on Zoom. Let's increase the numbers on Instagram. Let's increase the numbers on Twitter. Let's increase the numbers on YouTube. And let's really impact billions of lives together. We have a big goal here at Coffee and Crypto to create 1,000 millionaires by the year 2030. Let's get it.
Other networks lie to you about what's happening now. InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next. Visit Infowars.com/show and share the link today.
Before I can give a solution, I have to kind of show where we're headed and how quickly, because they have mapped out the timeline, Alex, not us.
And it's here.
And it's here, and it's right now. So central bank digital currency, the ability to cut you off from buying or selling if your ideology doesn't match up with theirs. Their words, not mine. This started in August of 2019. So Federal Reserve docket OP 1670. What does it say? I'm going to read it exactly so I don't misquote it. The main economic attributes of a technically effective currency rest on three functions as a unit of account: a store of value and a medium of exchange. That's what money actually is. So you have something you can trade back and forth with each other.
All right, so let's look at this right quick. This is from August 9th. Today is we're watching videos and we're breaking videos down. That's the energy we on today. If you can't appreciate that energy, I'll see you Thursday, okay? But we got a lot of stuff to cover right now because our money, there's some people that's overly invested in crypto right now, okay? Then that might be me. There's people that has went crazy and ham, and this one right here is for y'all. You need to know what's going on right now, okay? Here's the issue. The main economic attributes of a technically effective currency rest on three functions: a unit of account, a store of value, and a medium of exchange. A unit of account is a common measure for the value for goods and services. A store of value is the way in which we store wealth in order to transfer purchasing power from the present to the future. And the medium of exchange function dictates which item is accepted for the payment of goods and services. In recent history, these functions have been fulfilled by fiat currencies backed by central banks across both developed and developing nations. Through monetary policy manipulation, the key attraction of these currencies, price stability, widespread acceptance, is implemented through a central banking system enjoying a great deal of trust globally. But there is a fourth function of money as a means of social control. The centralized monopoly over the functions of money held by sovereign governments and central banks have generated great income and wealth imbalances. Concerns about a lack of central bank performance with respect to financial inclusions, income inequality, economic system stability, and the tendency of central banks to intermediate on behalf of large financial institutions supported the creation of cryptocurrency. Yes, y'all. And it don't stop. Yes, when I was one, I had a 5th grade reading average. Shout out to my mom. All right, I don't know if that's true, but y'all ain't got no sources anyway. So that's what it is. All right, but check this out though. This was put out August 9th of 2019. They created a patent November 8th of 2019. You can go look this patent number up. Applicant Visa International Service Association. Huh? Let's keep going.
Value and a medium of exchange. But they added a fourth definition of money at the Federal Reserve, and that is the fourth definition of money as a means of social control.
Wow. And that's just like when they changed the definition of a vaccine. Now, to anything we inject into you, these definitions mean something. That is huge.
Yeah.
Social control, which the head of BlackRock said repeatedly, we're using this for control.
Yes. Has nothing to do with fixing a system. This, in their own words, money is a means of social control.
And to social control you, they got to bring you to your knees.
Yeah, because if you really wanted to control a person, Alex, you cut them off from buying or selling. Their ability to live, now you control that person. Now you've got a whole world of, or in America, 330 million economic slaves to you, right? So now.
You got 20 minutes. I'm going to stop interrupting because you're just so dead on. Give it to us.
Okay. 11/8 of 2019, a patent was filed, 62/758,430. Who did this? Visa, the credit card company. What is their patent? It basically, people can go look it up, but basically it talks about how this patent, they want to change money from paper to digital money. And every new digital currency that's created, digital currency unit, they're going to take out a paper currency unit. Why? Because you can't track a private paper money. You can go to a farmer's market, you can go anywhere. Nobody knows that you're spending money if you use paper, but they can track everything if it's digital. So to bring in a digital system, they have to get rid of the old. They're getting rid of their private-based currency. Now, it goes a little bit further. 3/23 of 2020, HR 6321. Okay, Maxine Waters is responsible for this one. So, Financial Protections and Assistance for Americans, Consumers, States, Businesses, and Vulnerable Populations Act. This is what this is called. So what is it? It's direct stimulus payments for families, for renters, for
Social
homeowners.
credit score, universal basic income.
Correct. It's exactly what it is. Now, what is required for that? Number one, a digital dollar. Number two, a digital dollar wallet. And number three, a member bank that will actually accept digital dollars. So here's the thing. If you want to receive the government stimulus, you have to have a digital dollar. There is no other option. Now extend that out a little bit further.
Wow. Huh? Wow. That's all I got to say is wow. Listen, you want the next stimulus? You're going to need a digital wallet, a bank that accepts your digital payment. And yeah, you already know. Those are the things you're going to need. You're going to need that. So it's like, oh man. All right, let's just keep it going. I can't even get my thoughts together right now. I'm messed up in the game. They got me like they say on Bringing Down the House. Steve Martin said, "You got me twisted up in the game, boo." They got me twisted up in the game today.
If you want Social Security, well, they've already passed a bill that says if you want stimulus, what about Social Security? What about government pensions? What about any kind of government payment, retirement, anything? If you want it, you have to be part of that beast system.
And it's already.
And it's already. So, as I read through the Bible as a kid and as an adult, it's like, how in the world could this Antichrist and the mark of the beast happen? People know that it was coming. Well, even Christians.
And you have a degree in theology on top of you.
Yeah. So in this sense, it's like, oh, it clicked. It makes sense. Even Christians, if they say, I don't get my retirement, I don't get any payments unless I take the system. Well, I guess I might as well take the system, right?
So this is revelation actually happening.
I believe that it is. Yeah. I mean, if it looks like a duck, smells like a duck, walks like a duck, it's probably a duck, right? I mean, and these are in their own words, the ability to cut you off from buying or selling if they don't like your ideology. I don't know what else it is. So then,
because they say to control behavior, ideology. Wow.
Yeah. So then here's where it starts to actually, the rubber hits the road. March 6th of 2022, Executive Order 14067, Biden penned it, right? It's basically that says we're going to have central bank digital currency in America. March 29th, 2022, they start to talk about the ideology. Dr. Pippa Malmgren at the World Government Forum in Abu Dhabi, what did she say? She said, programmable money is the core of central bank digital currency. Programmable, meaning if we don't like you, we can flip the switch so you can't actually have your money. That's what programmable money means. Then you go to March of 2023, the United Nations, our Common Agenda Policy Brief, right? So here's where the UN General Secretary says, I propose that the General Assembly provide the Secretary General and the United Nations system with a standing authority to convene and operationalize automatically an emergency platform in the event of a future complex global shock of sufficient scale, severity, and reach.
Wow, they're telling you we're going to use a crisis to do this.
Correct.
Jump one train from one track to the next.
Yes.
And then blow up the old track.
Yeah, they just said. So what was that first crisis? COVID. What's the second crisis? Bank failure. What's the third crisis? Something worse than
War.
COVID on a health scale, or war.
Civil
right?
war.
I mean, so
A
here's
new
where
COVID, yeah.
they tell us. I mean, they tell us what could
That's
trigger.
what's crazy is they always act like they're the adults at the big table at Thanksgiving. We're the little kids. That's why I'm so, listeners go, how does Jones know this? Well, is he one of them? No, they write white papers. Like Operation Lockstep in 2010 told the whole plan for the COVID takeover.
Yeah, I research like you do. It's like I'm not making stuff up. I just read what they say.
Please, people, I'm not that special.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're hardworking and we know how to read it, but I mean, Dr. Elliott here, he's just telling you, here it is.
Yeah.
He's reading their documents.
And wow. So real quick, y'all, let me come to the stage. That's how I feel, right? Like people be like, man, how you know this stuff? Because I read. Reading is fundamental, but they say if you wanna hide something from a black man, put it in a book. So I wrote two. Hey, that's my thing for this year. So I wrote two. Hey, on they stupid. Okay, on them stupids. I wrote two of them on their stupid self. All right. So check this out. So this is why people miss the train, because they rather just watch the train. People see a train going by and be like, wow, that's a nice train. Damn, I wish I could get on that train. Y'all know people like that? Like, man, that's a nice yacht. God, I wish I could get on that yacht. Crazy part is people like me and Anointed, and there's other of you too, but I'm just gonna use me and Anointed, for instance, because I know that he liked this, where we just gonna walk while the yacht is still docked. We know we wasn't supposed to be on there, but we gonna walk up with movie energy. We gonna walk up with high energy. And guess what? They're gonna let us right on the boat. We gonna be on the yacht while y'all like this. We gonna be like this. hey, this us, Noy. Hey, waving from the boat. Like, hey, all the people on shore. All the people on shore. Look, we just gonna wave. It's gonna come a time where y'all gonna see us doing this right here, right? And it's gonna get further and further till you don't see us no more. It's gonna be, you don't even see us no more. Y'all don't even see us no more. All right. Now, I got to keep y'all awake. So you always got to be entertaining. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I keep y'all up, keep y'all like, okay, I'm enjoying this, enjoying being here. All right. Now, so that was the InfoWars. They always have long videos, and that was just a clip, right? So let's talk about it. So Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, what happened to the bull run? Huh? What happened to the bull run? Because Ethereum's down 13, Bitcoin's down 9, Solana's down 15, XRP's down 11, Cardano's down 14, Avalanche down 20, Polkadot down 17, right? Polygon down 16, ICP down 19. These are the breaks. These are the breaks, right? This is what they said. These are the breaks. This is your break. This is your time to buy. You want to know, this is not financial advice, but this is just life advice. You don't buy anything. I don't care if you're a billionaire and you're going to buy a company. I don't care what you got going on. When it is a discounted price and you believe in it, you go buy more. So you want to ask VO, when's a good time for me to buy? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know when the right time for you to buy is, but I know the best time for me to buy, and it's right now when the blood is in the streets. The blood is in the streets. So Elon Musk commented, very concerning, right, on this post. And it was very concerning to me that he posted very concerning on this post. What was this post? Let's take a look. litigation bombshell. We sued the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the censorship arm of the DHS. Our lawsuit unearthed new docs showing that the deep state knew the risk of mass mail voting in 2020, but censored these criticisms as disinformation. Remember, in the World Economic Forum, they're talking about disinformation and misinformation and changing that stigma. Everything's about trust, right? Understand that they're breaking the system. They're breaking the current system. There's no reason why any of this, they mail in votes and now mail in voting infrastructure and processes is compromised. Are you freaking kidding me? They created this problem because they're issuing the ability to put these things on the blockchain, to tokenize this. I don't need them to say it for me to know because I've done the doggone research, y'all. I can go through here and read all of this stuff right here. It's talking about security. It's talking about safety. It's talking about integrity. It's talking about what is the word? How ease of use, all of those things, right? It's talking about inside of this mail-in voting risk infrastructure and process problem. I wanted to start off with this because we're in an election year. Understand that the biggest talk is blockchain technology. One of the largest talks, that in artificial intelligence. They're going to leverage both of them. So by the 2028 election, as we're going into 2030 and the World Economic Forum and the elite's plan is brought into action, guys, you're going to see a change in every single legacy system, including voting. This is how serious this is. And investing into these technologies. Yes, this could be us investing into our demise. But guess what? I ain't worried about it because either way, demise could be on the way or it may not be on the way. But one thing I'm going to be is I'm going to be prepared because the proper preparation prevents a piss poor performance. Proper preparation prevents demise. Proper preparation prevents demise. I don't care what happens around me because if I can take care of me, if I can take care of my family, I'm good. And the only way that you can take care of you and your family is by having your chips together. I don't care about how many guns you got. Y'all give me 2 seconds. So like I said, I don't care. My bad to turn off the heat real quick because I want y'all to hear me right now, right? My bad, y'all. But listen, okay, I don't care. Like, I don't care about any of the stuff. You can have all the weapons in the world you want to have. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. But I'm telling you right now, the only thing that's up there with oxygen that we need every single day outside of oxygen is money. You need it. You need it like you need air to breathe. Let's keep going, y'all. So why is Bitcoin down to underneath $39,000? Well, Mt. Gox is set to commence the distribution of 200,000 Bitcoin for creditor repayments after over a decade of planning. This is worth over $7 billion, almost $8 billion, surpassing the value of MicroStrategy and El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings. Many speculate that holders will take profits on their Bitcoin, considering their holdings have grown by over 99,000% since the hack in 2014. This could lead to a monumental crash, potentially bringing prices back under levels like $20,000. Do y'all understand that? First off, and let me come to the front, okay? Understand 2 things. Number one, Mt. Gox is about to dump Bitcoin. Number 2, Grayscale has sent millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin over to their Coinbase wallet. Why would they send millions of dollars to a Coinbase wallet? Because remember, All right. They have to use the same exchanges that we use. They're about to dump Bitcoin on your tune top. On your tune top. They about to drop it on your cabeza. Your doggone cabeza. Right. I hope I'm saying that word right. Okay. I hope I got the right word. And if I don't, it don't matter because you still can't hire me or fire me these days, baby. Let's go. I'm so proud. I'm proud to be independent. I'm proud to be dependable. I'm proud to be independent and dependable. How many people on the call is independent and dependable? Are you an independent and dependable person? Hey, because I surely am. Independent and dependable. Listen, you can depend on me, but I ain't dependent on no job. I ain't dependent on the slave master. I ain't dependent on it. Right? I'm not. That ain't what I'm dependent on. Depend on me. That's what I depend on. Now, let's get back to this bullish content. So Grayscale's dumping Bitcoin. Everybody's dumping Bitcoin on you, right? While guess what? You bought at the top. Now, I got a video for you right now.
Called Ripple, and we're talking about their tech. And now we're talking about a company called Ripple, and we're talking about their technology and protocol called XRP. And they already won. It's a done deal. Every bank is going to use it. You're either in, you own some, or you don't. And regardless of what people think, is it's here to stay. And as Rosie Rios likes to say, the 43rd treasurer of the Treasury Department, whose name is on the $100 bill, the train has left the station. And I think she means it's already planned out and it's going and it's done.
Yeah, I totally agree with my brother. I think he worded that out so nicely. The only thing regulators can do, I think, is strike a balance between preserving whatever integrity is left and allowing disruptive technologies to flourish, because ultimately this is going to shape a more inclusive and sustainable future for both in the industry and the investors. So.
Yeah, well, I certainly am on your side. I'm very much hoping that Ripple, for example, Ripple Labs Inc., I'm talking about the company and the associated token XRP, I'm very much hoping it becomes big like Amazon or Google or Apple. In other words, too big for the SEC to have a fight with. And also, as you say, I'm hoping that the train has left the station. I haven't followed enough to know all about it, but I have been met and spoken to by countless people who tell me exactly what you're saying. So what you're telling me is a very popular opinion, and I'm inclined to believe it.
Whoa. And that's Clive Thompson. Huh. He believes Ripple could become a major player like Amazon, Google, and Apple. Do y'all understand what's about to happen in April? Do y'all understand that in April of this year, the SEC lawsuit will be completely over? Ripple will win one more time, and we'll call that a 4-peat. We already got our 3-peat, but we finna hit them with the 4-peat. The 4-piece: leg, thigh, breast, and wing. Extra crispy, please. Yes, sir. If you are wondering why XRP has not taken off, it's because it ain't time yet. See, it just ain't time yet. That's all. It just ain't time yet. I don't got an answer for you. And I'm done answering the question. So don't ask me. Don't ask me why XRP ain't up right now. That's not my concern. I don't like Jim Rohn say, I don't sign up for that class. That's not the class that I signed up for. You shouldn't sign up for that class either. The class of why this price ain't that price. You ain't even been in class long enough to be worried about prices. If you don't sit down somewhere, freshman, you playing JV, asking a varsity player when you gonna get to start. Man, if you don't keep on playing JV and work your way up. See, life is so interesting because it's so familiar, because it's so close to being like investing. Okay? So, One thing that I do want to talk about is something that they've had going on, and we talked about this a couple times on the show. So we have Ripple ending the lawsuit. Okay, we have Ripple ending the lawsuit. And then what do we have, Vincent? What's the next big thing you got going on, my brother? Or not you, but the world. Well, there's this thing called Basel III. It's an international regulatory framework for banks. Okay, international regulatory framework for banks, right? So the post-crisis regulatory reforms were endorsed by the group of central bank governors and heads of supervision, the Basel Committee oversight body, right, in 2017. The adjustment to the market risk framework were endorsed by January 2019, right? The revised standards will make banks more resilient and restore confidence in banking systems. This is going to have to force banks to be more transparent. Their books, everything they say has to line up and be to a T. Banks are afraid of this. JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, he talks about Basel III. All the banking executives from Wells Fargo, Bank of America, BNY Mellon, it's all over their websites. You don't believe me? Let's go back to Google. I typed in Basel III. Let me show you what popped up. You got Ernest Young, right? That's a website for Basel III, right? You got Reuters, you got all these major companies and institutions that's plugging in to the Basel III. Even on the Federal Reserve's website, you got the Basel III regulatory information, right? They have meetings on here from 2013. Do you understand? They've been planning, right? Look at this. In October 2013, the Federal Reserve Board proposed rules to implement the liquidity coverage ratio in the United States, which would strengthen liquidity positions of large financial institutions. It is written.
Congratulations are in order to Ripple for joining ISDA, the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, bringing together over 1,000 institutions like BlackRock, Society General, JP Morgan, BNY Mellon, just to name a few. How big is it and what could happen from it? Take a look. Derivatives market, $1 quadrillion plus. Now look at this. First, check out the connection between Ripple and ISDA itself. Shout out to Cypress to Monocore. Take a listen.
Check this out real fast. We're going to head over to Rahul Advani. Released some groundbreaking information just a day ago. If you don't know who this gentleman is, he is the policy director at Ripple. You guys can see right there on his LinkedIn. But just a day ago, check out what he announced. Again, shout out to the CyberX research team. It's always nice when the past intersects with the present. I'm pleased to announce that Ripple has joined the ISDA, which is where he spent 5 years of his policy career at.
That is very interesting, isn't it? Now, what could all of this mean when we're looking at like Ripple and the ability for XRP and the ledger and the DEX to work in tandem to be able to settle and clear all of these derivatives? Take a look.
The question, and Brad, this is an honest question. Ripple is, one of your products is to distribute liquidity through the payments system. So the question is, could there be a run on Ripple? In other words, everybody wants your liquidity. Nobody wants to provide it because there is a scenario where people develop doubts for good reasons or bad about the system.
There can be two existing world reserve currencies to simultaneously exist?
I do, and I think that could happen. I think it's quite realistic that a lot of the world is just done with the dollar as the reserve currency. Like every nation would love for their currency to be the world reserve currency. That's helped the U.S., that's grown the U.S. economy, quote unquote, unfairly by leaps and bounds for decades. And every other country would be like, yeah, we'd like to have the world be the world's reserve currency. But the only countries that could possibly pull it off is the U.S. holding its position, maybe the EU, maybe Russia, maybe one or two others. But realistically, most countries know that if there's going to be a new world reserve currency that's a country's currency, it's not going to be them. And so they might actually prefer a currency that nobody can control to one that's controlled by their largest geopolitical rivals. And so that's like what I think is the biggest possible success scenario for digital assets. If these countries are like, okay, well, the US dollar can't hold on forever, but it's not going to be our currency because no one's going to want to repeat the US dollar scenario. Nobody but the EU wants the EU to replace the dollar, right? Nobody but Russia wants the ruble to replace the dollar. Nobody but China wants the yuan to replace the dollar. So maybe they could settle on a currency that nobody could control rather than one controlled by their most powerful geopolitical rival. So if you want a success scenario, that's the one that I think is the most likely.
But you get everybody to agree.
Well, I mean, they might agree if the alternative is that their geopolitical rivals force some new replacement for the dollar that's not, if they just replace, the old boss with a new boss. If the choice is no boss, if that happens to make a bunch of cryptocurrency people rich, I don't think they're going to see that as too much of a minus.
That's good.
Wow. Man, oh man. That's all I need to hear right there. Listen, if it's going to make a bunch of cryptocurrency people rich while they're doing it, I don't see why that's a negative. I don't see why either, Billy. I don't see why either, Crawbilly. I surely do not. I don't see why that's a problem. I don't see why. I don't see why that's a problem. So I want to say thank you all for tuning in to today's show. Look, we in and out today, baby. We in and out today. Look, we ain't got that much to talk about. However, I do got some announcements. See, some people be quick to, he said it's over with. Like, that's how people be, let me close. Like, damn, slow down. God damn. I know who, and I looked at it and I'm like, dang, I know who that was too, talking all that junk. Damn. Oh, well. They hit that doggone thing, say, click, out of here. You know what I mean? But I got some announcements. Number one, did y'all enjoy today's show? Whew. I believe it was an impactful show without even saying too much. Did y'all enjoy today's show? Was today good? I'm calling on you, Crawbilly. Don't worry, man. I got you. I got you coming, big bro. Y'all enjoy today's show? Drop some coffee if you enjoyed today's show. All right. Now, I have an announcement, a couple announcements. So please stick around. Announcement number one. We still have a few slots left for our Discord group for $100. So if you want to join our Discord group for the lifetime, that's a lifetime membership. After these slots are done, and I am banking on them to be done so I can start charging $20 a month. That's my goal. It's $20 a month. You know what I mean? So if you want to get in before $20 a month, if you want to get in for $100, y'all, we have a full calendar in our Discord group. We cover TA on Saturdays. We have a sip and learn on Mondays. Last night on our sip and learn, we went over DeFi and staking, lending. I went into the Hashpack wallet, showed my Hedera staking. We talked about VeChain. We talked about all these different tokens and what the value is, the safest places to stake, the unsafe places to stake in our opinions. And we had a great group conversation. We do that every Monday for our sip and learns. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have our show here, Coffee and Crypto. And on Saturdays, we have our Mocha Money Circle, which is where we trade XRP pairs and we look into the charts and we find where are the best places to buy and where should we be looking to get out, to exit and pull some money out as we go into this next bull run that will eventually get here, right? So those are some of the things that we have. Plus, we're just a great community, right? So join the Coffee and Crypto community today. It's $100 one time. That's announcement number one. The link is in my bio. Announcement number two, I'm hosting a private call tomorrow. Is there anybody on here? And I'm just going to use two words. Y'all remember Canopreneur. Most people remember that brand. Like it took a lot for me to leave that brand. It took a lot for me to leave that behind to grow into the person that I am today. And I'm grateful that I did it. But y'all, an opportunity came across my desk yesterday. And y'all know I told you all my focus is crypto this year. My focus is crypto. My focus is investing. But man, listen, low-hanging fruit is some of my favorite type of fruit. Anybody else like low-hanging fruit? Anybody else like low-hanging fruit? Just drop your favorite fruit emoji if you like low-hanging fruit. And if you're driving, don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it over there. All right, Billy. I don't want to see no fruit from you, Billy. Now you better not drop nothing over there. I see you driving. All right. But if you like low-hanging fruit, okay, drop your favorite fruit in the chat box because I got some low-hanging fruit for you today. Guys, and y'all the first ones I'm telling as a community. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., I am going to be presenting to about 100 people on Zoom tomorrow. I believe I have about 100 RSVPs right now, but we'll have about 100 people on the call. And we'll be talking about our virtual dispensary. I just literally franchised my very first virtual dispensary. When I tell y'all right now that this is life-changing, first off, there's about 20,000 people on the call right now. Out of 20,000 of y'all, at least 15,000 of y'all use cannabis. Let's just be real. Don't be lying now. All right? I know some of y'all sanctified and saved and all that, all right? But I know some of y'all use some cannabis, whether that's gummies, whether that's muscle pain cream, right? Okay. I have the ability for you to become a franchise owner with me right now. We can work together, become franchise owners of a virtual dispensary. You have an online store and it's drop shipping for less than $500. If you're interested in that, what I want you to do is I want you guys to text my phone number. And this is everybody that's on the call personally. And I'm going to text everybody the link for tomorrow. Actually, yeah, I'm going to text everybody the link. But I want you all to text me. And I'm going to text you all the Zoom link tomorrow just so you can get the information. I really don't care if you sign up or not, honestly. But I do care if you come and see it. Okay. The phone number that I want you all to text right now. Okay. The word, I want you guys to text the word ready or whatever. Just text me at 404-703-9243. Again, that number is 404-703-9243. Text me at 404-703-9243. Don't text my regular phone number. Don't text none of that. Text that phone number. I am ready. 404-703-9243. And I'm going to show you all tomorrow why I chose to lead in this forefront of a virtual dispensary. Guys, the market share right now is at a pristine moment, right? You do not want to wait. Remember, POUR stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Don't want to wait for this. I promise you guys. I swear. I've already vetted it. Crawl Billy, it's on you, big bro. You good, man?
What? Yeah, I am good. I am good. I'm really crazy today. It's really crazy. You know, I wake up to a gold trade. I go to sleep to a gold trade. I wake up and make $100 before I ever get to my coffee. Again, it's like, what the hell is going on? Billy's learning. And then I get on coffee and crypto. Then I get ready to go to work. Then I put my earbuds in, and then I'm trying to get things going on. I miss half your call, but I know that I can go back to it and listen to it. And I hope that I can go back and listen to the Sip and Learn, because I promoted it and then I forgot to go to it. I know my beeper wanted. My phone just goes beep bop, beep bop all day, alerts and getting on calls. But I don't know exactly what all you said, but my jaw is dropping, because I know I can go back and watch you on YouTube. I see your excitement. I see the things going on, and the price is down. Man, everybody's, I don't know who's on this call. I hadn't looked, but it's on sale, baby. I mean, it's like half price. It's like half price, right?
Yeah, right.
And if you can go get it for half price, then you can have like double the amount, right?
Right.
Or half price.
I'm just trying to get my chicken together. I'm just trying to get my chicken together.
$3-4 is good, ain't it?
Hey, it surely is, Billy.
I don't know, man. So I'm pretty excited about things. I don't know that I got a lot to say, but I got everything. I went yesterday to share with the guy, and we talked about. He asked me what a pit was. He asked me what I told him. What you associated with Gladys Knight? He asked if it was associated with Gladys Knight. I said no, it's not. It's not. It's a percentage of price. I educated him some on what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
We worked on the.
Hey,
We worked on the.
Hey, Billy, they'll catch that one on the car ride home.
We worked on the Exodus wallet. We worked on what, you know, you have to understand we're Mississippi white fellas over here. That's the only pit we know. So, but we're learning. So I'm encouraged. I'm, you know, a little silly this morning, a little unfocused, but I'm excited. So I'm gonna go to work. 2 for $1. That's right, Celestia. 2 for $1. I remember when I was watching Noit one night on his call, and he picked up a quarter and he said, "Hey, look, 4 for $1. 4 for $1." That's when it was a quarter, and that's almost a quarter again, right? Golly, I'm just serious. Look, y'all have a great day. Invest in yourself today, and I'll see y'all on another one. Yes, sir. Look at that. $10. How many can you get for $10? How about that?
How many can you get for a $10 bill? Right? How many?
Love that.
Because a little while ago you could only get 10, but now you can get 20.
Love that money for Popeye.
The power of discounts. Wow.
Love that money for Popeyes. Y'all have a great one, man. Buy you some. It's not financial advice from me. Hey, look, they said when the carpet cleaners start talking about trading, look out. Look the other way or something. But it's okay, guys. This is an educated one. So, by these fellas, the Vinces and the Anointers and the Wheezys and the Catos, my gosh.
Amen.
Y'all are cross them.
You're cross them too. Appreciate you, Billy. Wow. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So with that being said, if anybody got something, you guys can raise your hand. But if y'all gonna join me tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this link right here, just let me know. Just drop Popeyes. Drop Popeyes. I want to know who all frying up with me tomorrow. Who all frying up with me tomorrow, man. If you frying up with me, if y'all getting in the trenches, we're back in the trenches. People been asking for passive income. Listen, Vincent looking for active income, baby. I don't need passive. I need active. If you ready to activate with me, this is, babe, listen, man, this is legal cannabis. This is the largest industry in the world. If there's one thing I know that a common person can do, they can do this. I promise you, with a little effort, help you. Go ahead, Mo.
And that's why I ain't even finna steal your time. All I'm finna say is, let's go! We here! We here! Let's do it! Movie, nerds! Peace.
Sheesh. Y'all heard that. So listen, y'all, meet me on this link tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're building the team out tomorrow. Okay. Y'all know how I stepped away from the industry for a long time. It's been like 2.5 years since I've done any type of this type of marketing, right? Any type of this. It's the first time. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, y'all. I'm absolutely excited. I'm more excited than I've been in a very long time, and I'm excited that you all are excited as well. Listen, y'all, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and listen, join the Discord group, spend that little $100, man. Join us. Do not hit me up when it's hit me up when it's hit me up when it's $20 a month. That's when you can hit me up so that y'all can just pay me residual income, because that's gonna be another bag. But if you are smart, y'all know damn well in this year, you're going to want to get in the Coffee and Crypto Discord. Listen, y'all know I'm a great marketer. I got great ideas. I'm going to keep going until eventually you say, man, I should have joined that doggone group. And now it's $20 a month. And then you're going to be waiting around till Black Friday of this year until I run another promo to let another 100 people in. I'm telling you right now, join today. if you believe in the play, join today, make the sacrifice. $100 ain't even a sacrifice. We can't even call it a sacrifice. Just make the damn investment, join the group. The link's in my bio, and I'll see y'all on the inside, and I'll see y'all on the call tomorrow, and I promise you, listen, and this time I'm gonna leave y'all right here. 100K before May. I am locked in on this. 100K before May in this new company. Welcome. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this link. And we are going to talk about another bag that we're going to collect together this year. Have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all at the top, not just from the top. This was the 170th episode of Coffee and Crypto. Peace.